topic for today and the rest of the week. And I thank you for joining in. My name is Dellice Rosemond, Mensah, Eliason, and I am your host on the Dellice Talk Show. So see, our primary goal on this platform is to equip you to live a balanced and a fulfilled life. And I bet you know this, that health and wellness is one of the key components to having a balanced and a fulfilled life. So we started off and we began to answer the question of what truly is health and wellness. And from our discussion, we came up with a very simple definition that health and wellness is basically the things you do so that you can have a healthy lifestyle, you can have a healthy living. The things you do that constitutes a healthy lifestyle. The things you do that helps you to live a life without the presence of disease. And so we just say that disease is simply dis-ease. When your body doesn't have the easiness to move, that means there is the presence of disease. When it doesn't have the easiness, not just to move, but when the body, various body functions doesn't have the easiness to do its job, if I can put it that way, that means that there is the presence of disease, okay? Disease simply means dis-ease, and that means the lack of easiness. It's just when I say discouraged, that means you lack courage, or disengaged, that means that you aren't connected. So when you have disease, that means the lack of easiness. So the things that you would have to do consistently that would help you to maintain a lifestyle that helps the various body functions to work to their best capacity, and so you eliminate disease is what we're looking into. And so having said that, let's refresh our memory a bit more further. And so we just say that the things you need to do consistently will constitute your eating habits, okay? Your exercising habits, your stress management habits, your sleep management habits. So I did put it this way. I said eat right, exercise regularly, stress management, sleep management. So these are key 4 components that you should be doing on a very regular basis so that you can be able to have the easiness of your body serving and doing its various functions, so that with that easiness you can be able to either eliminate disease or bring it down, or however your state of health is. So that is what we mean when we say health and wellness. So zooming in, we want to spend time, of course, you know that what we do is to equip you to live a balanced and a fulfilled life. And life is in 3 aspects. We have the spiritual, we have the soul, we have the body. So when we are able to look into each area and go further into the various aspects of these areas, then we can be able to understand, and you know me, I like things too, the same facts to be simple and easy to do. So these same facts that has been established, that they help us in our health and wellness, we're looking into them. We're looking into our eating habits. I call it eat right. We're looking into our exercising habits. I call it exercise regularly. We're looking into our sleep management habits, and we're looking into our stress management habits. So today we'll be looking into eating right. That is our topic for the day. And so let me make a quick sum up of the things we're looking for when it comes to eating right. I did say the last time that once you're looking into eating right, okay, how to eat right, ask yourself questions, because this helps. Asking yourself questions, being real with yourself, being honest with yourself, getting to be conscious, be aware of the reasons why you do things, does help in every area of your life. I cannot stress this. So once we look at the first component of our health and wellness, which is eating right, ask yourself questions. Why do I eat? Okay, and so once you ask yourself some of these questions, that would help you to get a goal so that you can eat the right foods for you. Okay, so why am I eating? Okay, and we answered this question. We said, one, you're eating so you can provide your body the energy that it needs to function. Your body has various systems. It has the respiratory system, it has the digestive system, and various systems that help you to live. And so you eat so that you can provide the necessary energy for these aspects of your body so they can be able to do their job. And so even breathing needs energy. And so one main reason why you would be eating, or you and I eat, is for our sustenance, is to provide the energy that our body needs to be able to function properly. All right. Another key reason is that we need to eat so we can provide our bodies the right nutrients that it needs to survive. We need nutrients. We need to get it through our diet, through our food. So that's one key reason why we eat. And so if these are the reasons why we eat, that means that we need to be eating the right nutrients so that we can be able to nourish our bodies the way that we need to do it. And so going further, if we need nutrients, okay, I want us to look into what are the type of nutrients that I need so I can nourish my body, for my body to work properly. So I want us to state these three key nutrients. We have carbohydrates, we have proteins, and then we have fats. So on today's show, with all this good stuff of introduction that I have laid, the foundation that I have laid, I want us to delve into each of these key nutrients that we need to eat so that we can have the right nutrients for our bodies. So I want us to take a quick break. And when we come back, we will be looking into carbohydrates as one of the key nutrients that our bodies need to survive. So we're looking into our big topic, health and wellness. We're going further, looking into eating right. Because here there are 4 components of our health and fitness. And in order to achieve good health and either eliminate or reduce the presence of disease in our bodies, there are key things we need to do. We need to eat right, we need to exercise regularly, we need to manage stress and manage sleep. So we're looking at eating right, okay? And so with the establishment that we need key nutrients for our bodies to be able to thrive, the 3 major nutrients are carbohydrates, protein, and fat. So we're beginning to look at each one of them, all right? Now, carbohydrates is a major source of energy that our body relies on. See, this body that we live in needs the energy to function, and carbohydrates is one of the key is one of the key, how do we call it? It's one of the key nutrients that provides energy for our bodies. Okay. So having said that, I know sometimes you hear something like calories, okay, and things like that. So calories is simply, okay, a measurement of energy. So, and I'm sure you've seen this on the nutrition facts before. You've seen something like a carbohydrates equals 1 gram of carbohydrates gives you 4 calories. So carbohydrates can be grouped into 3 categories. We have simple carbohydrates, we have complex carbohydrates, and we have also very complex carbohydrates. So what are they? Because here's our goal. We want to keep this simple and basic so that you can understand these facts, and of course, working with your doctor or healthcare practitioner, your dietitian, or whichever person or group of professionals you work with concerning this area, you can be able to make the best decisions for your life, for your family, or whichever group of people or individual that depends on you. Okay, so the simple carbohydrates will include things like sugar, preservatives, honey, things like that. Very simple. Even the white grains like white bread, okay, white pasta, they are all simple. Okay, and they call it simple, and I'm trying to keep it very basic. They call it simple because it has a single or double molecule. Okay, so what happens is when you eat such foods, they're going straight to your bloodstream. Okay, the glucose, it turns to glucose and it goes straight to your bloodstream. The next category of carbohydrates will be the complex, which includes things like fruits, vegetables, beans. Okay, so these don't go straight to the bloodstream. These will take time to digest, and that is why they help you stay fuller longer, unlike the simple carbohydrates. And then the very complex carbohydrates will be in things like is a psyllium husk. Okay, they take a very long time, and so you'll see that these carbohydrates, we do need them, okay, to be able to derive the energy that our bodies need to function. All right, and I know that sometimes you can hear a lot of buzzwords. You hear things like low carbs diet, whatever, carbs this, something, carbs are bad, and all that. They aren't bad for you. Okay, the ones that are essential for your health will be the complex and the very complex. The simple carbohydrates are the ones that you want to work towards eliminating from your diet. But the very complex and the complex are actually necessary for a good health. Okay, and so back to what I was saying, that there are 3 major nutrients. We just talked about carbs, carbohydrates. Okay, there's also protein, there's also fat. You'll see that it takes all these 3 key components of nutrients. It takes them. That's how the food group, for example, the food pyramid was built around these 3 major nutrients that we need. It's because we need them, and so they use it to be able to derive the food groups for us. And now I believe since June 2nd, 2011, it's been changed from my pyramid to my plate. Okay, so now you can go to choosemyplate.gov, and there are very wonderful resources that you can actually use to help you manage your eating area and building good eating habits. All right, and so once we bring it home, talking about carbs, okay, carbohydrates, now you understand that carbs are not necessarily bad for me. All right, there is a simple one that I need to stay away from. Okay, and there is the complex and the very complex that are actually good for me. You take some things like the very complex. That's where we have high fiber, and fiber is necessary for us, okay, in our digestion. It helps food, moves from food, from our from the time we eat through our intestines, small before it goes to the little. Is beneficial to us. Into the area of carbs. Tomorrow we want to look into proteins, and the day after we want to look into fats, because here we've all heard words about, especially we've all heard about high protein diet, low carbs, this, and sometimes it leaves us all wondering what is really good for us. All right, so we just want to keep this basic facts. We just want to keep it simple. We just want to keep it easy to do. So what I want you to do with knowing this information about carbs is begin to ask yourself, okay, when I look through my diet, which part is simple carbs, which part is complex, which part, just to begin to do that exercise, because that's my goal. I want you to begin to think about this, all right? Think about the information, think about what you do, and begin to reconcile them. Begin to look at, oh, okay, is my diet made up of a very high amount of simple carbs, okay? Or is my diet made up of a huge amount of complex carbs? Begin to think about this. Begin to not just think about it, but review what you do. You see, I'm connected to a lot of cultures, and so different cultures have different way of cooking, different way of eating. So begin to look at the culture that you come from, and some of the foods that we all love to eat coming from our different cultures, and begin to see, okay, these ingredients in the kind of foods that I eat in this recipe or in that recipe, what are the kind of carbs that are going into it, all right? So I want you to take this and begin to use the information shared today and begin to look at your own diet and begin to see where am I having complex carbs, where am I having very complex or simple. And tell you what, you may not change right after hearing me, but we're beginning to do something, because you are what you think. So once you begin to just stimulate that thought in your head, in your brain, just begin to think about it, just begin to start that reviewing. It's a process. It's a process that if we follow through and become consistent, eventually with the other information, and of course, work with your healthcare practitioner, work with your doctor, your dietitian, your nutritionist, work with them, and with that, you begin to be able to get the right information. Why am I eating these foods? How are they impacting me? And you realize that once you begin to stimulate your brain and ask yourself questions and begin to build reasons why you're doing what you're doing, it helps you to either change or keep doing what you're doing or modify it, set goals, and one step at a time. If you are eating a high level of simple carbohydrates, you might not just change it overnight, okay? Because it didn't take you overnight to build that habit. It took you a long time. But little by little, with information, you're going to be able to, if you make a decision, to begin to switch things over. And I am so excited, because when it comes to preventive health, I'm big on that. I'm big that we need to know the right things to do so we can do them, so we can prevent disease, all right? So I am so excited that we are looking into this topic, into health and wellness, and I sure know that if you just don't listen to me and begin to take the information and begin to make steps, listen further to this show, you can listen to it again, work with your healthcare professionals, and make a decision, because nobody can do it for you, okay? I have a habit of saying our doctors have a body of knowledge, okay? Because they help different various group of people, they have a body of knowledge that helps them to get their job done. But you and I, we need to have a knowledge of our bodies, okay? You don't have to know everybody's body, but you got to know your body. It's beneficial when you eat something, listen to your body. It even just helps you when you go back to your doctors. It helps you to answer the questions that you'll be asked. Okay? Your doctor cannot know your body for you. You got to know it so that when you work with him or she or her, they can be able to help you to give you the right solutions or advice or whatever you need. So let's begin to know our body by taking this information, reading them. Let's be curious. Let's be life learners about our health. And so I know that you're going to do that with me. And together, from segment to segment, we will be building a life that is fulfilled, a life that is balanced. So thanks for tuning in. And I sure will see you again, same time tomorrow. Until then, make sure that you're taking a closer look into your diet, because every bite does matter. Thank you, and see you next time.